Cole turns to the FBI agent and says, "Well, where is Rowan then?" The FBI agent turns to Cole and goes, "We don't know. Last thing we heard is that he's somewhere in Portugal." "And what about the map? Where's the map?" "Well, Mr. Ashford, that's where you have to find out. We have an operative waiting for you in Lisbon. He will take you to Pedro Alves Cabral hometown, where you can begin looking for your answers." Welcome, Wanderers. Welcome to the table. Dave, the Tabletop Wanderer, right here. We are back with some more Cole Ashford and Charlie. And last episode, we found out a little bit about the story where Taylor Rowan is actually looking for the Fountain of Youth, and he's looking for a map, which we probably will assume that he has because of what happened before. We shall find out. And we are on our way, as you saw from the intro, we are on our way to Portugal. Well, Cole and Charlie have actually already arrived in Portugal. Let's continue, okay? Let's go with it. So Cole and Charlie, they've arrived at Lisbon airport, and they are met with a FBI agent, and he gets them into a car, and they start driving off into the countryside. And where they are going to this little town called Belmont. Okay, it is in basically it's near the border with Spain. It used to be a big hub for Jewish people, for the Jewish faith, especially those that were running from the Inquisition at the time. And they held up and they did sort of a little town area there. It is one of the major spots in Portugal for the Jewish community. And Pedro Alves Cabral, he was born there and lived there, and then he went off his way. He became a navigator, and which is a funny thing that a lot of Portuguese navigators, they came all from the interior of Portugal, so from zones where there were no water, basically, no oceans, no sea. That's a funny thing about the Portuguese navigators. So they're on their way, and Cole turns to Charlie and says, why are we going into inland Portugal? I thought he was a navigator." And she said, "Well, that's a thing. A lot of the Portuguese navigators, they weren't from the coastal areas of Portugal, but became great navigators. So I guess that's where we're heading. That's why, probably." And they get to Belmont, and it's already in the evening. It's dark. The moon is shining out. They get to this spot, and the FBI agent turns to them and says, "Here, this is the spot. This is the town of Pedro Alves Cabral. And he used to live over there in that house." And he points to this house off the way. But he also had, his family had this sort of, quinta, we would say in Portugal, quinta, which is sort of a large area with a house and, all the agricultural stuff around. And off in the distance, they see this sort of run-down castle. And Cole turns to him and goes, "What's that?" And the FBI agent says, "Well, it's just a run-down castle. Don't know if it was in the family or not. You never know." As they're going through, everybody in the town, mind you, we're in the 1930s, so Portugal's under this dictatorship. Everyone's quiet. No one's talking to each other. You can't talk, otherwise you'll disappear. They see these three strangers going by. And Charlie knows a little bit about Portuguese history because of working with the professor. I have to take my glasses off because of the glare. And she knows a word or two in Portuguese, and she goes by and she says, "Boa noite," which means good evening. And everyone's just looking at her, eyeing her. eyeing the three of them very suspiciously. Cole turns to her and goes, "You speak Portuguese?" She's like, "No, not really. Not really." The FBI agent goes, "Well, I do. I know a little. I've been here, stationed here in Portugal for quite some time now. Picked up a word or two." And Cole turns to him and says, "Well, ask them, what's the castle about?" And he turns to a group, like there were three women sitting on the steps of this house. And he starts talking to them. And he comes back to Cole and Charlie and says, "Well, apparently, it does belong to the family of Pedro Alves Cabral. His great-great-grandfather or something like that used to be one of the lords here in the area. The castle is family property, but no one ever goes up there. It's like broken down, derelict, and okay then. I think we should start there, right, Charlie?" And Charlie turns to him and goes, "Well, better place than any. Let's go." Like, they get into the car once again, and they drive up this winding path all the way up to where the castle is. And the castle's sitting on top of this hill, which overlooks the land. And it is broken down. It is run down. Bits of wall missing, a lot of rubble on the ground, a lot of cobwebs. The greenery, the shrubbery has overgrown, has taken over the whole area of the castle. And Cole turns to the FBI agent and says, "We'll go in. You just watch our back." He goes, "Okay." So the FBI agent stays near the car, and Cole and Charlie, they walk in. He grabs out this sort of flashlight, and as he's taking out the flashlight from his satchel, Charlie notices something inside the satchel. She says, "Wait, isn't that Professor's compass?" And he brings out the compass. He goes, "Yeah, he gave it to me just before I went off the last job, which I didn't get what he wanted." "Oh, okay. Okay, so, okay, I guess if he gave it to you, he wanted you to have it. So take good care of it." He goes, "Of course I will. It's the only thing that links me to him." They walk in, and he's got the flashlight. He's pointing it around, and they see all the cobwebs and everything. And he goes to Charlie and says, "Well, you're the historian. Where do you think they might keep a map of sorts?" And she says, "Well, if it was in here, I think it would be down below, in like the bottom part of the castle. That would be where they'd keep most of the secrets and most of the treasures. I wouldn't keep it up here so that anyone could just jump in and take it." And he goes, "Well then, let's go then." And so they start going through the halls and the tunnels and everything, room by room, until they get to this small little door. He opens it up. It creaks open slightly. And there's this stone staircase going down. He looks at Charlie. She looks at him. She goes, So they start walking down the stairs. They're going through everything, all the cobwebs, a lot of dust, a lot of overgrown roots of plants and stuff have been coming through over the years. And they get to the bottom, and there's this sort of hallway which opens up into a big room. And Charlie turns to Cole and says, "I guess this is as good a place as any to start looking." And so they start rummaging through, and there's a broken table, wooden table on one end, and there's a lot of rubble, a lot of dirt, a lot of roots and like dead plants all over the place. And Cole turns where he goes, This is useless. This is useless. It's like, there's nothing here." And she goes, "Just keep looking, Cole. Just keep looking. Never know. We got time." And he turns to her and goes, "Do we though? We don't know where Rowan is. We don't know what he has, what he hasn't got. And where he just like wild goose chase looking for a piece of paper." She goes, "Parchment? Not paper. Parchment. He might be on parchment. Not actually." He goes, "Yeah, whatever. Okay, parchment. We don't even know if it's here or not. We don't even know if it exists." Charlie turns to him and goes, "Look, Cole, the professor knew. He knew it existed. So if you don't trust me, trust in the professor's instinct. And Cole goes, okay then, let's keep looking. And all of a sudden, they hear this clink, 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 clink from above. And they look up and they can see the floorboards. And as they hear it clink, little bits of dust fall. Cole shines a light on her. He goes, turns off the light, the flashlight, and they continue seeing the dust clink and dust, clink and dust. And then it just stops. And they hear this sort of metal hitting stone. Cling, cling, cling. And Cole slowly walks towards the stone stairs. He takes out his revolver and he's at the ready. He's already pulls himself up against the wall of the door entrance. And then he hears it. Hello, Cole. Long time no see. And Cole freezes, just turns pale white, and he's looking at Charlie. And Charlie's looking at him going, what is it? What is it? Who is it? And Cole steps into the doorway of the stairs and he looks up and there's this silhouette of a man. And Cole turns to him and goes, thought you'd be dead by now. No, Cole. Not dead. Well alive. Well, I should have made sure that you were dead. Should have climbed down and held your head under the river. Yeah, but you didn't, didn't you? Now, come get me if you can. And the figure turns around and starts running away. And Cole turns to Charlie and goes, you look for it, I'm going to get him. But who is it? It's Taylor. And he starts running up the stairs. Let's get it. So, what we are going to do right now, we're going to have two scenes. We're going to have a scene where Cole is running after Taylor Rowan, and we're going to have a scene where Charlie's trying to find the map. Okay, so let's do it. I've got all these here. Let me just take these out. Okay, we are all set up, and this is how it's going to be. We're going to have one scene, Cole is running after Taylor, and the other scene, Charlie is looking for the map. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a d6 right here. And we've got 4 rounds for something to happen. At the end of the 4th round, something's going to happen if it doesn't happen before. Okay, so Cole is running up the stairs after Rowan. Charlie she's starting to rummage around looking for stuff in that room. Okay, so first off, we're going to get Cole's dice up and ready. So he's going to go for, okay, we'll do brawn and stunt. Okay, we'll do brawn and stunt. And the yellow die are going to be for Cole. The red die will be for Charlie. So Cole's got brawn and stunt. Charlie's going to look for, because she is a bit of an intellect, right? She is a bit of an intellect. Detect and know. Yeah, we'll do detect and know right here. And she's going to have 5 also. And Rowan, we're going to say that Taylor Rowan, I did a bit of bookkeeping off camera. And Taylor Rowan, we're going to say that he also has, let's say, 5 dice for him also. Okay, we're going to do stunt, brawn and stunt for him also. Okay, so we've got 4 rounds. So first round, Taylor's running up the stairs. Rowan has started running away. Let's see. He's got 5 dice. He's got 5 dice. I'm going to just roll them together and see what happens. Do some opposing rolls. So, ooh, okay. So, oh, looky. So, Cole's running up the stairs. He's got his pistol in his hand and he's trying to grab Rowan. He got 2 pairs right here. He got 4s and 1s. And he starts to go grab him. And Taylor Rowan has a full house. He's got 3 of a kind and a pair. And so, I knew it. Yes, you can't see her. She's just right over here. Right over here. And so... okay, hopefully she'll stay over there now. So Cole's just stretching out to grab him, and Rowan, with his cane, just goes, and he dodges. He sort of parries Cole's arm away and snickers at him as he's doing it. And he continues to run down the rest of the corridor or the hall or whatever you will say. They're in the hallway of the castle right now. Down below, we've got Charlie. She's got 2 pairs, and Charlie, with her 2 pairs, what does she do? I know you basically have 1 pair and that's it. You either have a pair or 3 of a kind or something, but I'm going to say with 2 pairs, Charlie is rummaging through, and she looks over to a spot, and near the wall, she sees something that's sort of out of place. It shouldn't be there. So, like a dirt mound with some stones on it. And it's not the same as the rest of the dirt mounds and stones that it looks like it's sort of been put on to hide something. Okay. And that is the first round. Let's go for the second. Cole, Rowan, or Taylor. Is Taylor Rowan? If I say Taylor, you know who it is. If I say Rowan, it's Taylor. Oh, we got... damn. So, we've got 3 of a kind for Rowan, for Taylor, and we got 1 pair for Cole. So Cole's not having a great day. He's running after Taylor Rowan, and Taylor goes through this small little corridor, this offshoot of the thing, and he comes out to the courtyard, right? And Cole's running up behind him. He's saying, "I'm gonna get you. You're mine." And Taylor Rowan goes, "You have to get me first. Let me just go and take the cats out." And Cole says, "You're mine." And Taylor goes to him, "You have to get me first." And he starts running up this broken part of the walls of the castle. However, down below, Charlie's heading for that mound that she just found. And she's got 3 of a kind right here. Ooh. And she looks at the mound, and she's thinking to herself, this isn't right. And she starts to take off the stones and the rocks on top of this mound of dirt, and she starts scraping away the dirt, and all of a sudden she just hears her fingernails hit some sort of wooden structure sort of thing. And that we go to another round. And up on top in the courtyard, we have Cole with 2 pairs. This one's cocked, and oh, he nearly got it straight. Up on top with this, so Cole gets 1 pair. Taylor Rowan got nothing in this round, and Taylor's cornered himself into a part of the second story of the castle. The edge of the walls of the castle made sort of a stairway up the top, and then he jumped onto the second floor, and it's basically, that's the dead end. It's a dead end right there. Taylor is up against the wall, and Charlie's coming up straight for him with his gun pointing at him. Says, "This is your end. I'm gonna finish this right here, and you're not gonna see the fountain of youth." Let's see then. Down below, Charlie is going, she's hit something with her fingernails, and she got 1 pair. And with that 1 pair, she notices that it's It's wooden. Whatever it is, it's wooden. She starts digging around it, and she can see that there's this sort of a wooden box right there. And she starts taking the dirt out of the edges of it, and she starts pulling out this chest, this wooden chest. Last round. And with this round, Cole gets 3 of a kind. But first I want to see something. We got Cole with the 3 of a kind. Taylor Rowan doesn't get anything. Although there was a 3 there, but he didn't get anything. And because this is the last round of our timer, I want to see something. Okay. Charlie got a pair. So, let me just put these here so you can all see what each of them got. So this was a 1, I think, or something. I know it wasn't a... We'll just do a 5. Right there. Cole, he slowly moves up with his pistol in hand, pointing at Taylor's head. And he's going, I've had enough of you. You've done already too much damage to the world. And you killed the professor. Taylor turns to him and goes, my dear Cole, do you think I really care about what you think about me? I'm in it for the long haul. I want it all. I've always wanted it all. But I guess you know that. It's going to be mine, Cole. Not you. Not anyone. Especially the FBI. And Cole looks at him. He goes, yeah. I know the FBI's after me. But none of you can stop me. And from down below, Cole hears, I got it, Cole! I got it! And Taylor turns his head and goes, oh. Thank you, Cole. And all of a sudden there's this, and Cole hears this gunshot, and he turns around and he knows from where he could hear that the gunshot came from down below. Turns around, goes, Charlie, are you okay? And when he turns back, he just sees Taylor jumping over the wall and falling down from the 2nd story down. And Cole just runs towards the edge of the building of the castle, and he can see this figure who is Taylor running around, and he's going, he lets out a couple of shots, but they all miss. Do they miss though? Do they miss? Let's have a look. Do they miss? Got nerves and shoot. So nerves and shoot is 5. Let's see. Got 2 pair. So he lets out some shots. Bang, bang, bang. He can see, even in the darkness of the night, he can see puffs of smoke. Not smoke, but dust. Boom, boom, boom. Rising from the ground where he missed. And he just raises his gun a little before Taylor can go around the corner, and goes, bang, 1 last shot. And no puff of dust came out. It just is, oh! And he knows that he has hit Taylor Rowan. He starts to run down. He bursts through the main entrance of what's left of the main entrance of the castle. And he's looking around, and he can't see anything. And he remembers Charlie. So he runs down, goes through the hallways, runs down the stairs. And as he's running down the stairs, he trips. Does he trip? Does he trip? Let's see. We'll do crime and dexterity. So that'll be 4. Crime and dexterity for Cole. Got a 1. Got a pair. And as he's running down, he slips, and he manages to hold on to the edge of the small, narrow stairway, and he doesn't fall. And he looks down, and there's something like slimy on the ground. He continues walking down the stairs. There was just like 3 or 4 more steps left, and he comes into that hall where he left Charlie looking for something. He takes out his flashlight and he starts going around the room, and he gets to the corner and he sees that there's this wooden chest there, and he's screaming out Charlie's name. Charlie! Charlie, where are you? Charlie! And he walks to the chest, and there's this wooden chest open. There's nothing in there. And he turns around, and as he turns around, the light catches something on the ground, and he looks at it. He flashes a light on it, and there's this pool of blood, this red, dark red liquid on the ground. As soon as he sees it, he knows it's Charlie's blood. He starts following the blood, and he can see that it trails up through the stairwell, and he starts following that all the way up, and then he sees the step where he slipped, and he noticed that he had slipped on Charlie's blood. And he starts walking up. He's going, Charlie, where are you, woman? Tell me, Charlie! And he's screaming all the way as he's going up, and he starts following. He continues following this blood trail through the corridors of the broken down castle out into the main courtyard, and the blood starts to trickle off to the left hand side, and he just follows it. He follows it. As he gets to the edge of the castle, he hears this motor, and over the hill he sees a cat. And over the hill he sees this car, headlights shining out into the darkness. It's just rolling away from him. Cole runs towards where his car was with the FBI agent, and he runs there, and he gets there, and he looks to the ground, and the FBI agent's got his eyes wide open. There's this bullet hole to the temple, and he's down just like that. And Cole says, damn it, I really needed your help, dude. Whatever. So he jumps into the car and he starts driving off after the other car that he presumes Charlie is in, with Rowan and whatever else she found in the chest. And that's where we're going to leave it here today. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all did enjoy this little dose of Charlie and Cole in our Outgunned adventure in the lands of Portugal. Yes. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Big shout out to all my members. Their names will be over here somewhere, flying through. Thank you for the membership. Thank you for supporting me. And we'll be back with some more stuff. Okay. My card game's coming along pretty fun. I'm having a blast making it. And I'll keep you all updated on that. Also, don't forget, you can also join my Discord channel, my Discord server. That's where I put up a lot of the updates and stuff like that. What else? Well, thank you all. That's it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. Have a great day. Stay safe. Bye-bye.